Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my whip. Got 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got plus bad, that's it. I swear, baby, it was just kissing us. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall from me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your town. Sorry, little mama, I can give you more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell the hero that I'll get my baby 30,000. Buy for me. Buy for me, yeah. Buy for me. Buy for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm keen to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These I sun them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it like, yo, what it like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you cop this for me?
I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sailing right now. I got too much on my mind right now. Tell the hero that I'll get my baby 30,000. Buy for me. Buy for me, yeah. Buy for me. Buy for me, yeah. Buy for me, yeah.
Hey, what's up, gang?
Go secure for the game right quick.
Hey, what's up, gang?
I got it.
I think it's my fault.
For real.
What's up,
Keep the
man?
rest.
Hey, I got that chicken to go.
I'm gone.
A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce.
Good drip. Good drip.
But she love you. Don't cut your.
Yeah,
Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rafe in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. New Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count?
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This will be taken short. Broken tackle. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. First carry now for Jordan Howard. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Get set!
This is Howard on second down. Howard has the first down and then some. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jarek McKinnon. A decent run there following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. A give to Howard. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. He's going to loft one deep left side. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with McKinnon, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Jarek McKinnon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And avoids the contact by sliding. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When DeForest Buckner was at Oregon, for much of his career, the opposite defensive end from him was Eric Armstead. And everyone wondered about these 6'7" guys. Could they get the leverage? Could they get low enough to make plays in the run game? I think the question just got answered with that one. DeForest Buckner knows how to bend and shed blockers and get upfield.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the...
Set! Blue landed! Blue landed! Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start. And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit! Detroit! Hot!
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw is incomplete. The target there, Mac Hollins. And it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Now let's go! 319! 319! Let's go,
They'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Running with Howard. Oh, and now some space to operate. The 20. And a touchdown, 49ers. Jordan Howard with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Motion, motion, motion. Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
So from the 36 now,
Detroit!
1st and 10.
Detroit! Now let's go! 319! 319!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit. Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now back to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw here. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Gun! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. Being chased out left. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. In for the score. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle him up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise, he starts to sift through.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. A dump down to McKinnon. He'll have a 1st down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Garoppolo on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And now he'll let this one go. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the 1st half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it's up and good. Gold now out to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Get up! Wait! Left! Hey, wait.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
Gun. Get up! Wait! I go!
Final play of the half. It's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the second half. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Detroit! Gun!
They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here we go now. 3-19. Detroit! Hot!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
All right, here we go. 3-19. Detroit!
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go with Howard again. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Toss play to McKinnon, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And there is nothing easy about being a kicker on a day like this.
Yeah, I tell you, not only is the footing tough in the snow, but kicking that ball is like kicking a rock. Very difficult to get any sort of feel on your kicks.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit! What's the motion? All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Solomon Thomas in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Solomon Thomas getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Ready, Blue 80, 20, 20. Hey, right half. Let's go.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will take over at the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. The second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flushed out right. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Gun!
Back to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Green 39!
They'll look to throw here. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he coughed it up. And this is going to be 49er football.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. A dump down to McKinnon, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Oh, what a move. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it's a second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 38. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Green 39!
Looking to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
Cold-blooded. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as he'll go for 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Elliott now to kick this one away. Jerick McKinnon now to return. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A good pickup there at 22. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. The quick slant caught, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And you can just about put this one in the win column for the 49ers. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. On first, they go right back to Howard. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now it's Breida. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And an alley to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of us and made sure we were dressed properly.
So for San Francisco, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year.
Look in the mirror, how could you face that? Mask on, don't even know where my face at. Plenty don't even know where to waste that. All these in the room, how could you waste that? Huh? Why would you chase that? It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. No matter what, I'ma stay black. It's a never-ending run on this racetrack. Need more jewelry. What I tell myself as I'm writing my eulogy. Ask the mirror, how you put up with this foolery? It reply, how you put up with this song and dance, all this buffoonery. Long romance, death, what it do to me? Yeah, Yamagini dream was a nightmare. He was dancing with the devil for his life, yeah. We all on the dance floor. Girl, come with a dance. Puerto Rican in them breathing heavy. Little had my looking daddy. Couldn't tell him nothing cause we lost him already. Cozy boy with his spaghetti. With the money and fame, the price come heavy. The price come heavy. Like Shaq attack up on a backboard. Got me back up on a backboard. When she asked me if I love her, I just act bored. Say loser, ask for it. Living movie, blockbuster, this ain't a rental. Talking moody, all these diamonds up in my dental. I get never minded if I offend you. I need the silence, chaos is in my mental. You need a PJ first class, not what you went to. You need the relay, chase money like you sane. I'll give you the boat, chain, and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Pop up. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mind me, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me. I live in you. Both of our offend you.
I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I up it, I'ma squeeze. Bad companies, bad for your company. Bad companies, bad for your company. In the ski mask in case you come for me. Got it in the ski mask in case you come for me. When I say I got beef, they don't want no beef. When they say they got beef, they don't wanna eat. If you said he want, they don't want no steam. Put it on it. Had a bachelor's degree, PhD while selling fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the fly on the app.
Any money in company, no, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck and it's froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. You bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me, he owe me some money. Hit him with the not the crumping. Why they playing games? They don't want no problems with me. Got good. You know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone tell them. Well, opposition, say move wrong. So I
dark shades, too much. I could barely see the acting brand new like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks, play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Mad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tuck underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she model at McCarmy. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean, I got E. Paranoia got me rolling on my sleeves, okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their tees all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Victory, gold on my neck, Mr. T. Victory, zombie gang rapping that NYC. Victory, ice on my neck like I'm Little Weeks. We run like a Pericles. It's on earth, but it's where I be. Money over on my headstone. Here lies young, getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. Zombie gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead. Imagine when you're 30,000 feet up, what you think of? Oh, I hated knowing that my thoughts would turn to dream. Cause I never knew I'd get my chance to link up. Oh, I tell you all of this unusual to me. Swear I came from the bottom, flappers living, walking dead on. Put your favorite rapper's name up on the headstone. Big for the cheese and you're dead wrong. Propaganda said the standards in the tear down.
Throw it back, yeah, I'm born to